this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Skirt right off on the curve, like I'm Abarry513's. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. 180!
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Robert Kimdichie. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Murray now on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the ball, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Ooh, the juke. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
San Francisco.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up on 2nd down now. It's Coleman, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman His 9th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball. At least.
That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 52 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Throw left side, going to be caught by Butler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On second and 12. Murray, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. What a spin. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up second and 2 at the 32-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Second down, McKinnon. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Second time, D-Moon, go. Watch twist. Watch twist. He's checking. Crash. Watch out.
Now Murray off play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014. And remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. On second down, Barkley, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On third down, Murray. Able to find Isabella. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Brings up second and 11 at the Niners' 35-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Garoppolo looks to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Here we go.
In your face.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. The throw is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. That's Isabella open on the right side. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Murray now, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. On first and 10, here's Murray. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
At the 23-yard line.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Under 10. 10. That's it. Last 57's Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over.
Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
What we got?
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On first down, they go option to the right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it second and 14. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And look at this, for the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Here's Murray. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Pretty move. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. 21. Here we go. 180.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 18. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, Coleman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Coleman now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the 29-yard line.
Pittsburgh, 66, pull it, half. Check 4.
From the 29, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Murray now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. That throw good for only a couple. That brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
33 yards that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. Past the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Kill. Check 26, check 26. Check out.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. SOS.
Now Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Switch. Yeah, 52.
This is Barkley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Back. Check. Check 50. Check 50. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, 3.
Now it's Barkley. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Cardinals, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.